after years of his endeavors in getting himself that house, if it is gone, the state does not provide restoration of the house to its original state. Our provision of housing would be the one that is, those who are familiar with what is normally called TRUs, which are done by the Department of Human Settlements, which is a temporary settlement units. But beyond that, would only provide houses in terms of the housing framework of the government of the day. And that is why I think some of them opted to say, when we engage the mine, and the mine said, we will give people, we will try and we will build houses that has been damaged as a result of our failure or negligence. It became an arrangement with those specific families. And the houses that Commissioner Boshoff, you are referring to, that had been built, but I'm simply highlighting the fact that yes, there are policy gaps. There are policy gaps. There is the issue of coordination. But at the height of this, our responsibility was to 56 of the Disaster Management Act. It gives responsibility for post-recovery, for post-recovery, to an organ of state that is responsible for rendering those with the municipality and take from existing funds to deal with that. And that's how we dealt with it, including roads and so forth. And that's how we dealt with it, including roads and so forth. But the reality of the matter is that to an extent that people's lives have not been fully restored, one still has hope that through this process of either the civil proceedings that they are undertaking against the owners of the mine, that an element of justice can be done. But in terms of the framework of the law, as the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, I would not other theme that you are dealing with in terms of the responsibility for dam tailings and so forth. I think the Department of Water and Sanitation, I think he had said that they will appeal it. But it's more than a decade. It's almost going to 2 decades. I'm trying to say, I can show you legally if you say we are to contest or to appeal, you know. And given the attitude, and I must say this without pulling punches, given the attitude that one was originally the management of the mines, like I'm saying, if they walk out of a meeting, they would walk out of the meeting. But at some stage also, when I began to get information that I would get in trying to deal with some of the remedial actions, the documents that I would have sourced from the various state organs, when they became a matter of litigation, I was also saying, I just hope that I have not given out what I was not supposed to give out, because I would have gotten some information from the Department of Water and Sanitation, made it available during our engagements, and when somebody starts not attending the meeting and saying we'll meet in court, I would always have this thing, I hope that I did not, because this was not our own information. This is an information that either belongs to the Department of Water and Sanitation or the Department of Environmental Affairs. And that's why I'm saying there is this level of coordination that still needs to be dealt with. But I still believe that to an extent that the judgment of 2007 that would have decided that this is not a mining facility, I don't know if those with the civil society who are here, the lawyers who are here, the Human Rights Commission, anybody and everybody, if we have to make it a test case to deal with this matter, it can still be pursued by the relevant authority, not by a court, unfortunately. It's not like my mandate. Ke bua tse ka nnang tsa ntebedisa, but I thought they, because the road to just is still long. Those houses were built. Municipality got some business plans to say restore this, restore that, but there is nothing in law that empowers me to say to them, "Some 50 million You know what they did? Out of that promised 50 million, who they give money to and how much they give money to, they gave that money to some two organizations. I will not name them, but Kiba Tusanang Kadi disaster. And really, it was a pittance, you know. Then I engaged with them and said, but you guys, but the truth of the matter, it goes back to saying, I've got